Hello everyone and welcome to our presentation of the stock project we did over the past few weeks on the Dogs of Tao strategy. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Mojing Xiao and I am about to be a senior at University of Illinois and I am majoring in marketing and international business management. This is my partner and he will later introduce himself in the second half of the video. Now let's go over the overall content of this presentation. First, I will be taking us over the introduction of the Dogs of Tao strategy and what it actually is. Next, I will be talking about the prior research that we found of the same topics. We found several, some are supportive and some are not. Then, we'll go over the overall construct of our research and how we formatted the entire project and data collection. Following that, my partner will talk about the methodology used in our research and how he calculated the results. Then we'll be presenting the Excel results and then we'll talk about the conclusion based on our results and the limitations of our research. And finally, we will be talking about the future research directions. Now let's move on to the main part of the presentation. First, what is the Dogs of Tao strategy? It is also called the Tao dividend strategy. It suggests that in order to beat the market, first you should select any starting day, usually is the first trading day of the year, and construct an equally weighted portfolio consisting of the 10 stocks in the DJIA, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, with the highest current dividend yield. Then you hold the portfolio for a whole year. And on the anniversary date, you determine the total value of the portfolio, including all dividends and other cash distributions, along with the closing values of the stocks. Rebalancing the portfolio by investing 10% of the total value in each of the 10 highest yielding DJIA stocks. Of the 10 stocks that you invested before, those that dropped off the top 10 yield should be sold and replaced with the new additions to the list. Finally, you repeat the same process on each anniversary date each year. From the sound of it, the strategy sounds so magical and so simple. Maybe that is why it gained quite some popularity over the years. However, there are also voices of doubts. So now, let's move on to talk about the prior research that we did about the same topic. We read a couple peer-reviewed articles about the topic. Some say that the strategy sounds too simple and only looking at dividend is not nearly enough to know how the market actually works. So now we will talk about one that we found quite interesting. The Rise and Fall of the Dogs of Tao by Dale Domain and others, published in Financial Services Review in 1998, was the most helpful and insightful to us. So we decided to base our research on theirs. Their research was mainly trying to prove the market overreaction hypothesis and its relation and effect on the Tao dividend strategy. In their paper, they stated that overreaction hypothesis states that the behavioral tendency of people to overreact to surprises extends to the way stock prices are determined. Through their research and data analysis, they basically confirmed their original hypothesis that the Dogs of Tao strategy was not as magical as it claimed, and it only worked well because it had the help of the market overreaction phenomenon after the recession. With that in mind, we now move on to the overview of our experiment. We decided to use data from 1996 to 2006. Through an Excel analysis of the dividend return rate of the dogs selected each year and compare it to the overall market average return. We decided to use SP 500 index because we wanted to test whether this strategy is applicable outside of DJIA. After the thorough data analysis, our results showed that the dogs don't seem so lucky after all. My partner will further explain the details of our analysis and results in the second half of this report.